Show, where conversation is art, 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 art. Conversation is art, conversation is art. You should chime in, ain't no telling what to spark on the Valton Show. Ain't no telling the Valton Show. You know, ain't no telling where we go on the Valton Show. Ain't no ceiling, cause the art of conversation is the flow. It's that creativity available when we speak, available in our homes, available in the streets. We just trying to get it sparking and take it a little deeper. Keep it casual while fireside chatting with our people. Yeah, we take it a little deeper. It get hot when we fireside chatting with our people. Cause conversation is art, conversation is art. You should chime in, ain't no telling what'll spark on the Valton Show. The Valton Show.
Hello, welcome to Conversation is Art. As you can see, okay, well, I'm not alone. I hear Mr. Valton coming on in. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Valton not leaving me hanging, 'cause he's logging on right now. We're gonna wait and see if Valton comes on in the room. Now y'all know when he come on, what he gonna be saying. I don't care. Anyway, welcome. Look, you all. This show is really about Valton. This is about his I would say stage play turn movie series. Welcome to Dundrill Heights. I guess I'm gonna let him in. He grinning back here. Come on in.
What's up, girl? Hey, I got Raj with.
As you all can see,
How you doing?
Hey.
You know, Raj, you know, that's the producer of the movie.
You got a bad connection.
I know. I didn't realize we're on mountain. We're here on Mount Sino. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you better, but you got a bad connection.
Good. If you can see behind me, that's the NS Martell host 160 party. We're in Huntsville to right? So
okay.
We just chopped it up with Martell. Yeah.
Hey, look, you're gonna have to find a better place. You choppy.
Am I? Well, it's cloudy out here as well.
Okay.
Hey, where are your guests?
They coming. Hold on a minute. Don't put the cart before the horse. We coming.
So you already talked with them?
Yeah. No, I ain't talked with them. I gotta bring them in.
Okay.
I'm finna bring them in. You messed up my intro.
Well, I didn't know
you messed up my intro.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. I was telling the people that we had you on here tonight for real, showcasing your talent as a playwright. And from yours was going to be a play, now turned into a series, Welcome to Dundrill Heights. And we have tonight, ladies and gentlemen, two of the premier actors who got more than what they were signing up for, but they okay now. And look, they are a real life husband and wife couple who play a husband and wife couple on Welcome to Dundrill Heights. They are Mr. James Sr. and Miss Bessie Jackson. So come on in. Come on in.
Hey. What's going on? What's happening? Y'all good?
That is.
Yeah, we're good. How you doing?
People? Hey, y'all know the producer. Hey, y'all know the producer, right?
I know
we know.
Hey, Sammie and Todd. Hey, y'all know this dude right here?
Yeah,
we can't see that.
But listen. I just wanted to pop on real quick to just say hello and thank you all for joining us. I'm over here, Rod and I, and we're up here at Martell Hosts wine tasting party in Huntsville.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to dip off in just a minute, but I wanted to leave you all in good hands. And Valerie, y'all have been.
Right. Well, tell all my folks I said, what's up?
Do what?
I said, tell all my Huntsville folks I said, what's up? You know that's where I grew up, right?
That's right.
I can't see what I'm looking at.
He's frozen.
Yeah, he's from
Okay, well,
Valton.
we're gonna take Valton out because he's making up
Okay.
noise up
Can you
there
say
in
him?
the mountains.
Can you say him?
La Cherie, hey, how
Hello,
you doing?
Sheree.
Hey, Rita Gully.
You-
You all please like and
Hey,
share. So,
Rita. That's my
so
soror.
who? To my
Isn't
Rita.
Rita?
That's right, Zayda in the house. And since you brought that up, this is my Sora Niambi and her husband, Sammie, last name Bibb. Okay, you all.
Hi.
And
Hello.
he's Valton's frat brother. I will bring that out and I will say K.A. Psi until the day they die.
Yeah,
So, blue and red go together. We know it's on the flag, although that ain't a good analogy, really. Okay, we're gonna leave that right there. Anywho, we got red, white, and blue going on. So that's a good one.
Right.
So how are you all tonight?
We are
Doing
well,
good.
doing great, doing great. We're happy to be here on Conversation is Art.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, but check this out. You remember in the Bible when Job said, "The very thing I fear has come upon me." So listen, y'all. Earlier before we came on, I told them Valter may leave y'all out here to do this on y'all own, and he fashionably did.
Yeah,
Yep.
He peeped in.
Okay, we'll wing it. All right.
I told him,
Good.
look, he's at a wine tasting, so we might be better off that he ain't on here because I don't know how much he's tasted. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, so look, we want you all to share with us a little bit about yourselves. And of course, we're going to start with the Ms. Just give some background about yourself, whatever you want the people to know.
Okay. All right. Well, hello. I start any speech like that. Hello. Um, my name is Niambi Latasha Bibb, and I am so many things. I wear many hats. Just by trade, I'm actually a jack of all trades, but mainly I work in the insurance industry and also now the healthcare industry in community relations. You wouldn't know it, but I'm actually an introvert. So I guess I am an actress every day because in these streets while working, you would never know that I like to keep to myself. Let's see. Also, I am a big proponent of community service, and the majority of my community service work is done through organizations such as my lovely, illustrious sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, which I have been a member of for the last 25 years. I just made Sapphire Soror status. That is something new, Valerie. Sapphire
I
Soror
saw.
status. And also I am a member of the Order of the Eastern Star as well. And so,
Okay.
I'm a big proponent of community service. That's something that my father started me in early in my childhood. So, hey, I'm in the community. And that's me.
That's good. Well, Sammie, tell us about you.
Hey, hello, everyone. My name is Sammie Bibb. I'm her husband.
I'm not fooling with you tonight.
As Val said, I am Valton's fraternity brother. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. I'm retired Marine, was in the Marines for 24 years. I am now, like my wife, a jack of all trades. I'm in the insurance industry also. And I'm traveling back. I'm a referee. I officiate basketball, football, and softball on the high school and college level. And I am now, trying this acting thing out. So
We both tried.
we both tried it out.
Look, trying this acting thing out. Well, look,
Right.
so coming into that, now let's talk about how did you all end up becoming a part of Welcome to Dundrill Heights.
Okay. Y'all see the shirt? Welcome to Dundrill Heights. Okay. But no, Valton actually asked us to be a part of the original production, which was going to be a play. And hey, that's our friend. And we were like, you know what? we've never done this before, but we jumped in 10 toes down. We were ready. We were ready to support the vision because I felt like the focus of the production was, I thought it was an amazing idea.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we just, when he offered it, I said yes. And it's funny because the character that I play now, I was supposed to be somebody completely different in the play. But I think that at the end of the day, it worked out to where I am where I'm supposed to be.
Gotcha. And it always does. I mean, we playing God orders. I'm a big believer in that. So started out with a play. Now you all look, Valton got y'all running around here filming, doing everything, huh?
Right,
Got to change your whole life because we know when it's time to
Right.
do, when it's time to film, it's time to film. You got to go with
Okay.
that. So now, Sammie, so is that how it came? Y'all came as a package deal. Is that what happened?
Yes, we did. We were
Literally.
approached by, we like, yeah, as my wife said, this is our friend. So we went into it, and the characters we were playing at the beginning were different. But then COVID hit, world closed down, and Valton's vision morphed from play to movie to series. So we strapped up and said, let's go.
Along for the ride. And you know what? I'll say, Valerie, that when we first started, I have always just worked in this space. Like, you know what? I'm not a professional or trained actress. And I've kept my expectations realistic because I know that when this thing blows up and it gets picked up, I know that I might be replaced by, somebody well known or somebody that has a name. But I was in on the ground level. You have to model your character after what I started.
Yeah. And
I'll back her on that one.
But you know what? And if so, this is what people fail to realize. You took the chance.
Yeah.
There are so many times that people do not take chances. And we're actors anyway. The majority of us. We just don't do it in a public place or on the big screen or everything. I had somebody ask me the other day. They said, man, you ever thought about comedy? And I'm a big jokester, but I don't think I'm qualified to get up in front of a house. I know my lane because I
Right.
came
I
from a
understand.
family that's comedian, and God ain't led me to start going around doing comedy sets. Of course, if I was going to try it, I start right here in my backyard, where most people do at the start home. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Well, because I remember that's the first place I saw Steve Harvey and a lot of the big name people.
That's what they
Yeah, me too.
And we kind of see these people blown up. We forget they started like
They
you
have
all
to start
did.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Right.
and you got to start somewhere. Even here, you all. One thing we have in Birmingham that I love, we have a big performance arts community. So even if you don't want to do Hollywood, you can be in the crowd.
Yeah.
There are a lot of bit parts for you to be a part of if you just want to try acting. And I'm just gonna say this. I don't know about other cultures, but if you grew up in a black church, you don't been in a play. You know you was getting up there in that Easter play, in that Christmas play, it didn't matter. You was gonna do it.
Yeah.
You was gonna do it shaking.
Really, I think that's the last time I think I was maybe 10 years old. That's the last time I can clearly recall being in something on stage, except for being in choir and band and stuff in high school. But actually speaking or acting in front of somebody, that was 10 years old.
Yeah. Sammie, now I know. Did you ever have to play Joseph in anything? You know how you did? You got those parts. And we had a lady named Ma Kitty, honey. You couldn't tell her no. You was gonna get these parts. You're gonna say them speeches. And back then, nobody better not laugh at anybody.
No.
If they
And
messed
I
up,
grew up. It's like you said, I grew up doing that, just like my wife, having to do Easter plays and Easter speeches, Christmas plays and things like that. Heck, my mom does the plays at the church to this day. And I've been at them every year. And once she became the wife, she's in them now.
Yeah. And you all, I'm putting Valton's email in here. I'm not putting his phone in here. Something he would do, but we trying to break him of that habit. I'm putting his email in here. You can email Valton if you think you may want to be a part
Oh
of
yeah.
Welcome to Dundrill Heights. And I hate he's not on here because one of the things I wanted him to go in more detail about was this past summer was spring. He actually had a Dundrill Heights film camp. Nothing that was planned. God just
Right.
opened
Yep.
up that door. And it was awesome. It was
Yep.
awesome. And I don't know if LaCherie is on here, but his film got chosen for to be a part of like a film production. Do y'all remember what the name of it was? They chose Welcome to
I forgot
Dundrill
the
Heights to
name
be
of it.
shown, but it was a film series. See, if I had known he would really wasn't gonna be here, I would have had all this information because I be doing my background work. But
Okay.
his plan was to actually be here. We didn't realize his connection was gonna be as such. But you also, God is really opening doors, and I'm gonna say this about Valton, the other Val. Valton is one of the most giving people. He loved children. He want to make a change in the community. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Yep.
he if he got to pay for it out of his pocket, I mean, he is that adamant about helping these young folks realize that there are many avenues that they can change their whole life, especially some of our children that are in poverty. I know for myself, college was my way out of poverty. I became a nurse, but that ain't for everybody. That's not for everybody. But
Right.
God has put something in you that will allow you to help take care of yourself in this earth realm. So we just got to tap into it. So if you're into the arts, you don't have to be an actor, y'all. I was a thespian. Let me tell you, stage hands work hard behind the
Oh yeah.
scenes.
Oh yeah.
Behind the scenes people. Without it,
Yeah,
without behind the scenes people, things will not get done.
MUA to beat that face,
Yes.
baby. That's some
Makeup
money.
artists, even people, the
Caterers.
caterers, people to set up. There are so many
Yeah,
different
hemming.
avenues.
You know, if your hobby is taking pictures, there's a place
Yeah.
for that in the performing arts, you all. So hon that. So Niambi, now I know y'all like to travel, y'all like to be on the go. So tell us how Welcome to Dundrill Heights has kind of had y'all to pump the brakes sometime on what y'all had planned.
Yeah, that has happened. I think, let me see, the last time I can recall, we were supposed to film and we got the notice a little late and we were already in North Carolina, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And so I think maybe a couple of weeks after we got back from North Carolina, we were filming again, but this time we were actually a part of the film process. And you just really, you got to go with the flow. And I think that's also a part of us being just regular folks. I mean, we
Yeah.
regular folks with, regular jobs. We're not trained actors that are, as free as we would like to be. So, and I think having that flexibility and, Valton extending that grace for us to even still be a part of it. I mean, I think
Mm-hmm.
it works out. It works out.
Very
And
well said.
that's a good point you make. Don't y'all run out there and quit your day job or your night job or your evening job, okay? Because you feel inspired. You're gonna be hungry. Okay.
Right.
You gotta do this thing in order, okay?
Exactly.
Right.
Look, you may have to drive Uber or keep being a nurse and then fit in some of those things. I would encourage anyone, if you're interested in the arts and some of these maybe some young folks on here, you're already in school in those, try out for some of these plays we have here. Red Mount Theater has a big new building now on the
Oh
south
yeah.
side.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah.
actually
They
going to see
have
I'm actually
casting
going to see
calls and
Cinderella
everything.
next
Yeah.
week. And I told someone I think Alice Stevenson and them ought to give me a lifetime membership because when it first opened, I helped put
You
up at least 5,000 bricks by going to everything because I love the performing arts. And we can say this, you all, for our community, the performing arts is something that would definitely keep kids out of trouble
It would.
when
Yes.
they have something like this to do. And y'all, I ain't talking about other cultures. I'm just talking about ours.
Yeah.
We can turn anything into to a party.
And
At
we
the end of the
can.
day,
Right.
And we
sure
do.
can, and we do.
we turning in. I'm trying to tell folks, you be you be grieving, you be crying, cause Big Mama, whoever gone. But by 6 o'clock that evening, it don't became a family reunion, and
It's a
everybody
right,
smiling and happy,
a
even though we
family
still
affair.
grieving. And I do believe it's what God gave us to just help us be able to endure and push through some things. Because if you
Absolutely.
don't have any hope or joy, you just lose it. So now, Sammie, let's talk about you. So what was it like for you to discover now I'm really gonna be committed to this? Because this is series now. This ain't play.
Right, right. You're right. This went from performing. Maybe we was gonna perform in Birmingham and at Oakwood College. So it went from 2 performances to now, you know. And he has been telling us, because I love how his mind work. He's been talking about, well, I got this, and in season 2 we doing it. I'm thinking, dude, we ain't finished season 1 yet, and you're already telling me what we gonna be doing in season 2. So
I'm writing this, that I'm developing.
right.
Okay.
So it's but you know, the bottom line is we're here for it.
Form.
And we're enjoying it. So we're gonna continue to do it as long as the good Lord let us do it. And as my wife said, we replace when it gets big, that's fine. But we're setting the standard on what on the characters, how they should be portrayed, and they gotta roll off of that.
For sure, for sure. And you know what? Sammie, you were talking about how Valton took you. Now, I will share this because he has. Y'all may still be doing a play or two. Don't rule that out. Because I still think y'all know Valton. Valton
Yeah.
had
Yes.
already visualized that as a play. So even
Mhm.
if he only get to see it one time produced somewhere, he's gonna have to see it. And for those of you who don't know, Valton is already a performing artist. If any of you all heard some of the announcements during the World Games, but we call him the voice.
The
A lot
voice.
of his voice. He was the welcoming voice that our all the athletes heard at the Birmingham airport, and he did some other things. So you've been probably hearing Valton, not realizing that it was
Yeah.
actually
He did
him.
Verizon. He did Verizon commercials.
Yeah, and everything.
Yep. And
So
the most important thing that he has ever done, he officiated our wedding.
yeah. So y'all, if y'all need an official for your wedding, he is an ordained minister. There's email in there. Oh, I
Yep.
did. Yep, his email is in there. So y'all call him up. Call him up. Now he ain't God. I ain't talking about that kind of call him up, okay? I ain't talking about that. I'm gonna put his email across the screen as well. So you all say you all got some more filming to come up. Now I can't remember how many series are in this one. How many storylines is it supposed to be?
There are several. I want to say, basically, if I remember correctly, his vision was to have each character has their own storyline. And the last number that I remember hearing is we have to film 100 episodes
Ooh.
to something for the production company to get things going and to get it on air. But I remember hearing 100 episodes.
Yep.
So now, did y'all hear that? So that one play you don't wrote, they ain't gonna cut it. If you want some network to invest in you, you're gonna have to produce some quality material that is
Yeah.
going to be sustainable. And that's when you got to look at, do I have something that may be series worthy? And for you, I dropped in you all the chat here, the link to the YouTube channel, so you can watch what's already been done. And y'all, I describe it. It's a little green leaf, have and have nots. Throw a little, even some dynasty. What else can we add? Lord, it got a lot of stuff in
It's
it.
a
Okay?
lot of layers.
It's some stuff. It's a bunch of stuff in there.
It's all, listen, it is life. It is
Life.
life. It is truly
For
life.
sure.
It deals with everything. And y'all, you all got, I laughed when I saw Niambi. I was like, boy, she got that mom rolled down. And it's a part,
Somebody's mama.
what Sammie coming out with that. Let me talk to you, boy. Come here.
Now here's the funny part. the guy who's playing my son, I supposed to have been in the play. That was my role.
Okay.
And Niambi's role was going to be
Latrinda.
Was going to be my wife. She was going to be my wife then, but we weren't playing. We weren't playing the parents. We were playing him, the original people. So
okay.
you know,
y'all,
it
y'all the
evolved.
mom and y'all the mom and the dad. God knew how to straighten that out.
Now.
So we're like, let's go with it.
Yeah, y'all the mom and dad. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something funny. I told Valton on the next one, I am going to have to be the healthcare consultant.
Oh yeah,
I know it is.
Let me tell you, during one of those, I was like, see, that's why people don't trust the healthcare system. 'Cause they think we actually would do that way. No, we would not. I used to always say, I'm gonna email Tyler. Ain't nobody in no coma bleeding out, laying in no room by themselves with one IV. That ain't true. That's not true. Y'all gonna have to represent, right?
Hey,
That's not true.
Hey, but I know. Look, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I told him, well, you got to let me vet these healthcare scenes now, because I don't want folks to think.
Look, the prison scene, the healthcare scene, it's a lot.
It is. Oh yeah, it's a lot. And I think what people have appreciation of, and I would tell you all, if you have children or yourself, Valton will let you come and watch something that's being filmed. You will see the work.
Yeah.
It takes work. And I think what's more magnificent for me, most people on here been to plays, and you see how big the stage is, right? So you all, when these people are filming, they're not filming in no big ginormous house, and it's just like the stage. So you got to really have good technicians and videographers, people with angles and everything to make it look like they're I think one of my biggest disappointments. Have you all been to the news to the news room before?
Yes.
And on TV, you think,
it
oh
looks
my
big.
And it's about 12 desks right there on top of each other, but they got the news people looking like they at this big sprawling desk, and it's almost like they in a corner somewhere.
They have no room.
So it's just amazing. And then the advantage I have now with digital stuff, we got so much technology now that you can.
Speaking of that, but going back to what you said about the filming part, people coming to see what we weren't ready for. They know when you film you see a scene on a movie, and that scene may last 2 or 3 minutes, and you think, well, that's it. But when we're doing a scene, it takes us 8, 9, 10 takes.
We gotta do it 8, 9, 10
and
times.
You have to remember, you have to remember where you're stepping and
how you move. If you stop somewhere, you have to stop exactly that way.
You have to have the same intonation each time. And I'm gonna tell you, after about the 20th take, you be sitting there like, man, look, we good.
Like, go show it with the blooper. Move on. Let's put the blooper in there. And people don't think about that because you got to put all this stuff together. Now, I think when I'm so amazed at you all, the capability that what do we call it? What do they call it when they take the pieces and put them together? I can't think of the right name. The editing part, y'all. The editing part is just dynamic.
Because they have to look at hours of video. They look at hours of video just to get, those scenes in.
And you all, and I'm gonna say this, we living in a world where people, what we call and it's not special needs, but they are just how God created them. And you think about, and I think about attention deficit disorder, or either kids that are autistic. All, they could have a career in something like doing editing because you got to be focused, and they are laser focused. They would, I mean, those with that skill level, they would be hung on. They would know, no, she moved right there. They would be on point. So I'm really so glad that we're open up more. We're seeing more people that would not routinely even be offered the opportunity to act or do certain jobs, that it's really opening it up now. We have this thing with my son, he's computer science, and he works for EA Sports, but he played basketball. So we used to always say, if that child hadn't played basketball, he would have been 150% full geek. I mean, because
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not, but he's just so into his thing. And when he get on those computers and doing stuff. I mean, he's just real laser focused, and it got to be just right with everybody. But what I have to do with him, because folks like that are very impatient with folks that are not like that. And I say, Cameron, is a reason God did not wire a whole lot of y'all like that.
Mhm.
Because y'all come up missing. Y'all come up missing.
So go after them.
Look, the folk that don't want to be like that, they'll do something to you. They'll do something to you.
You
So
come up
there's a
missing.
place. And now I do know this. Valton is planning for a summer camp. So if anybody that watch, you got a business, a friend got a business, anybody, he's gonna need people to donate. Hear me? Donate some services.
This last camp was great.
It was.
This
I mean,
last
we
camp
had
was
people
great.
step
That
up.
was a good week.
There were restaurants, there were food truck vendors that donated meals, there were actors that donated their time. I can't think of her name now, but she played on the House of Pain, the mom. She zoomed in, I
Cass-
know. Yeah,
Cassie
Cassie
Davis.
zoomed in. And then some young lady ended up with an internship this summer
Mm-hmm.
in New York
Awesome.
because
Yep.
of this
Awesome.
fin camp. So y'all, this is major. So
Awesome.
and you think about it, we got ASFA sitting right here in Birmingham.
Yes.
And if
Asper.
y'all don't know, I'm gonna let you know Kim Scott, who just happens to be my church member, who is the world-renowned #1 jazz artist and could not even still be at ASFA, but she loves it. She's administrative there.
Okay.
That music program and everything. But her love for the arts and what it did for her is while she's committed to it. So even though she's been blowing up the charts and traveling everywhere, and God has really opened up doors for her during COVID, she's still giving back. And y'all don't ever forget, wherever you get to on your platform, even before you get there, always be bringing somebody with you. And I'm gonna take a step further. I'm like this. I got a few more years to actually work in healthcare. Let me say this. Monday through Friday, I don't think I could ever detach myself fully just because of what I know with disparities and stuff. But
Yeah.
always don't be afraid to mentor somebody beyond what you reached.
Absolutely.
And
I
the
agree.
reason being because when you get to where you are, you've learned some things that you didn't even know existed. And when you get there, you learn some more things. So you owe it to share it with the person coming behind you to make it easier for them. And if they don't take it, that's fine. But you don't let it
Right.
stop you from sharing it.
That's
So,
right.
There you go.
so now, Niambi, let me say this. So has this sparked in you to want to do more of this even outside of Welcome to Dundrill Heights? Would you try for a play now?
No. And it's not anything bad or negative. It's just I don't know. I with everything that I have going on in my life right now, I'm one of those kind of people that I like to be excellent in any area where I am present. And this takes up a lot of time. So I feel like if ever in my life I do decide later on that I'll try out for something, I'm gonna have to let some other things go so that I can
True.
really focus and really be excellent in the space.
I
So but
understand that.
right now, no.
Okay, well, hey, Niambi, afterwards we're gonna have a sister to sister sorrow talk, and I'm gonna help you deal with some of that. I used to be you. I had to realize, honey, you're gonna be somewhere locked up if you don't get yourself together from this perfectionism. I had to learn. Look, my daughter home, she like, Mama, y'all buying food. Ain't nothing. I'm like, girl, your daddy go get us a plate. I ain't got time for all that. I do cook sometimes. But it's just, I'm amazed at myself and how chill I have become regarding stuff. Because I was one of them, and I'm still am when it's required, that
Oh yeah.
checklist person. But I was like that in all things. And I was like, you know what? That's just a little bit too much. Now, Sammie was grinning. I believe Sammie think he the next Denzel. You give Denzel a run for
Might not be the next Denzel, but I got my eye on Marvel or the next Star Trek movie. So yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. Are you a real tracker? You don't messed up now.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
do it?
Oh,
Can you do it? Can you do
He
it?
is a trick
come on.
to this
Okay.
world. Oh my
Come
goodness.
Yeah,
on.
listen, y'all may think I'm kidding. This is not easy to do, is it?
It's
No.
not. I can do it.
I can do it on the other hand.
You had to
I can do it
look.
the other hand.
That's what I'm talking. I remember when I was first trying, when I became a tracker, was trying to do it. I was like, oh my God, how Spock do that? Okay, now look, Sammie, if you ever hear they gonna cast Star Trek, I go with you, okay?
Okay.
Because
I'm
y'all
with you.
know, some of y'all not old enough to know about this, but go Google the old Star Trek. I remember when I first saw Lieutenant Uhura, oh my God.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
It was like, but this is the other side of that coin. Even then, I never thought I could be an actor. I thought she was some anomaly. And that's how the
Right.
world is small. That when you back then, when you saw people doing things, you're like, oh, that's just their lucky break. I can't do it. Now, and I'm glad these kids they can do anything, although some you can't do everything now. I'm like a Simon on American what is it called?
America's Got
Get-
Talent? Is
Is,
that it?
yeah, that's what we
American
on now.
Idol.
It was American Idol. He used to tell them, I know you've been paying for singing lessons, but maybe that's not what they're here for. You know, I understand. Uh, it's okay to have aspirations,
Aspirations.
but you got to have some talent and some
Mm,
stuff. You know, like with my son, he was laughing. He was saying, see, mama, you was fussing about me being on my games all the time. I said, no, I was telling you were not going to play games all night because you had to get your rest to get through school. Because he's like, look at me, I'm on the NFL Madden team. I said, and now I see a return on our investment from buying the next upgrade
right.
of PlayStations and
Yep.
Xboxes and that, which I'm glad to see that. But it still didn't mean you should be on the game all night and day.
Agreed.
So yeah. So you all, I would encourage everyone, if you think you might want to be in acting or anything, start out. I guess there's some churches still doing plays. Do churches still do
Mhm.
plays, y'all?
Like with COVID, I don't know. It's still
Yeah,
real
and
out
even
here.
at school, we used to do plays at school. I
Yeah,
don't know if elementary school or anything. I know now.
I
I
have
know my
no idea.
daughter when she was in middle school. They did. They were the first middle school with any school to
Uh-huh.
be allowed to do. It was a Disney movie with the blue genie, Aladdin.
Aladdin, yeah.
With the blue
Disney
jeans.
actually gave them to permission, and it was unbelievable. It was
Oh wow.
unbelievable
That's great.
because they had a teacher that when he got the opportunity, he was like, "This gonna be as close to Hollywood as we can get, baby." And honey, those costumes that he had, it was so excellent that
Oh
Disney actually, recognized them because they didn't expect it to be as great as it was. And I was really proud because a young black boy who is in theater went to Montevallo. He actually played the genie.
okay.
Cool.
Excellent,
And
excellent. And I
where is
said
he
all that
now?
to say this, you all, because this was in the Hoover school system. Okay,
Uh-huh.
it was, and
Had the
it was
money.
like 2006. It was awesome. So get
Cool.
out there. If not, create some plays at home. I know we grew up. We had our own shows on the
All
front
the
porch.
time. All the time.
Yeah, we had our own shows. So just get out there. You have to take the chance. So since look, Niambi say no, she gonna support you though.
All
Of
right.
When we
course.
get Star Trek, and what was the other show you say you would want? Oh, you gonna try for Black? Well,
Now, so Marvin got a bunch of stuff going on, so I can jump out
Marvel.
on Marvel.
Okay,
I'm good.
let me
I'm letting them know
see.
I'm available.
Look, let's think of you a name. Let's come up with you a name. Y'all think of Sam a name, the next Marvel character.
I come
Okay.
up with one.
I don't know.
Hey, Masara Rita Gully said Midfield Elementary has done a play yearly for the past 30 years before COVID. That's great. That's great. Y'all,
That is great.
and we know one thing too, you all. One thing they snatch money out of first is performing arts
Right.
Yep.
in schools.
Correct.
And y'all, the arts just calm you down. It make you just chill out with music or anything. And also, you all performing art sometime. Not that our kids are not smarter. They may not be, just test taking skills and all that stuff academically. They're passing, but they can get a scholarship
Yes. It's a
in the
good
performing arts.
balance. It's a good balance, I think. I mean, and maybe, just maybe, with the charter schools that are finally opening up
It'll
here
change,
in
yeah.
the state, maybe it'll change.
Change, yeah, for sure, for sure. And I'll share this with you all. They ain't paying me for nothing, but my kids still go there. Shelton State in Tuscaloosa has one of the best kept secrets for performing arts. I would tell everybody, if you go to Tuscaloosa, just stop by there and go through there and look at the people on their stages. I'm talking about movie stars that
Okay.
have come
I
there.
know
It's
that.
probably it's one of the best. I wouldn't have known it if my children had not gone there. And speaking of Shelton State, when I got down to the World Games, I was like, Shelton State or HBCU, is this right? I had to come home and get some. We figured out what it is. The Fred campus, which was a technical school, was a black school.
Okay.
And they merged, so that's how I was able to maintain it. So we have this joke. I really wanted my son to go to HBCU for computer science, and he didn't want to go. So when we found this out, I said, see, God answered my prayer. You didn't even know it. But they do. And of course, we know, as I said, Montevallo has one of the premier schools where you can get your degree. And at my best friend daughter, she graduated. I can't think of the college in New York. She just graduated, and she's in film and all this stuff. So I'm just amazed at how these kids are really following what they really want to do versus, yeah, you need a job to take care of yourself, but you don't need a job you ain't going to enjoy.
You know what? I have my sister. Her name is Taryn Carmona, and she lives in Atlanta. She actually went to school, went to college. She is her voice is beautiful. She is a phenomenal singer, and has done performing arts her whole life from the time she was small to even now. She actually works in the theater space in Atlanta, and she just followed her dream and said, hey, this is what I want to do. And she's been able to work consistently her whole adult life in the field that she wants to do it in. And she's doing very well. So I commend her because she stuck to it. And, it just kind of goes back to what we were saying before. Some people are scared to do that. I mean, people have tried to talk her out of it. Not us, no one in the family, but, she's got people that were close to her that said, hey, so you don't really have a real job or this, that, and the other. But she does. She is making money. She is raising her children. And, she has sustained.
Well, I'm telling everybody, if you have not been in true theater, and like I said, I was a thespian in high school, you all standing on those hot lights ain't no joke. Having to change costumes in under 2 minutes, it ain't no joke. And generally speaking, when you're in small production, you the stage hands too. So you're setting up, taking down. It ain't no joke. Now granted, some of these prices that they're paying these folks, we could say it's over the top, but you want to be paid for your craft. And it's a lot of work. Memorizing lines.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of work. Yeah. You can't go out there and just add. Now you can. Some people let
you
add some things,
stuff,
but you got to keep the storyline. Right. You can't go out there. You're supposed to be talking about baseball, and you decide you want to talk about hockey. You got to keep the storyline. So it is a lot of work, and I know Birmingham has started doing a lot of filming here before COVID. I'm assuming, and I'm assuming
there were some productions. Yeah, there were some movies going on. I don't remember what they were, but and Birmingham is becoming a spot for that kind of thing. So
yeah. So there are many ways. I know my cousin, she's a pianist, organist, and a soloist, and she went to Talladega, and everybody was like, "Oh, you just playing the piano?" And of course, she played at churches and different stuff, but she traveled all over the world. She was the primary musician for To Kill a Mockingbird for
Oh, wow.
25 years.
Wow.
And she stopped and was like, y'all, it's time for somebody else to take the reins. I've been doing this long enough. Give someone else. And so your talents would take you far. She was the musician at Mrs. Rosa Parks' funeral.
Oh, wow.
She did the entire service.
Mm.
And of course, the sad part about it, when you're the musician in the family, you're the musician in the family for everything, the funerals, the
Everything.
weddings, which that could be bad. So if you play an instrument, that's performing arts, y'all. You could be on a television show, a stage production, any of that. If you draw, you're artist. They need all these things. If you build,
Yep.
they need all of it. You're electrician, plumber, lighting, all of that stuff. So don't
Yeah.
count any of it out. So we're gonna wrap this up. I really enjoyed it. So thank you all for joining. Conversation is art.
Thank
The Val
you.
minus, I'm gonna say 0.25 Val while he was here. Look, I'm gonna give him credit for popping
Just a
in.
little bit. Just a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
really enjoyed it, and I'm serious, you all. I put in his email if
Yeah.
you're interested, and also you can reach out to him about the Dundrill Heights summer film camp. Okay,
Mhm.
definitely, that's gonna be big, and I think Valton Gold now it was kind of a test for the spring, and it was so successful
It was very successful.
that
Gotta keep it going.
it's
Yep.
going to grow. And if you see something saying donate, even if you can give $5, you all. We've got to learn that we've got to be a part of the change. And if we want to make an impact, especially in these young folks' lives, we got to participate. We have
Exactly.
got to participate. So we're going to close out, but this is how I want to close out. So Niambi, what I want you to do, just not necessarily relating to Welcome to Dundrill Heights, but just life. What is some advice you would give tonight for people that are either pursuing a career or even taking a risk like you did to do something that you hadn't done that was uncomfortable?
Wow. Okay. What I would say is I kind of live my life by a couple of mantras.
Okay.
Okay, so the main one that I live by is live your life like you have something to lose. But also, if you want to get something that you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done.
Did y'all hear that? Got to be flexible. Got to take
You have
risks.
to learn how to pivot. And so I think that
That's my daughter's favorite thing, pivot.
I have to know how to pivot. And so I have become a master pivoter, I think, as I've, just gone on. As you know, I mean, I was at a big company here working for almost 15 years, and I just cut that thing off and started something else. That was scary.
Yeah.
But to get something that you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done. And so I finally did it.
I can attest to that now because I was at my company almost 25 years before I left. And it really was so much a hard decision. But I felt like at that time I need to do this. And what I was not going to do is be tied to a job because I only had 6 years and I could have been receiving my full pension for 5 years now. But I was like, am I going to stay somewhere that I feel like it's not, first of all, meeting the mission that I know we're supposed to, and that it's not fulfilling anymore for the sake of money. And my cousin's mother, her saying, she always said to us, she said, let me tell you all this. If you don't remember anything else, I tell you, peace of mind is worth more than $1.
What?
And that was the thing that got me. And I walked out and have no regrets because now I realize God needed me where I am to do a work there. So you have to always believe that. So Sammie, come on through. I know you got some.
Mine is simple. Just don't quit. Whatever you want to do, just do not quit because it's so easy to give up. It's
True.
the hardest thing there is to do is to keep going, because you're going to be told no often. The thing is, what you're going to do when you're told no? Are you going to stop or are you going to keep going? Just don't quit.
Don't quit, and that's for sure. And y'all, I know we hear that a lot in the face of people being demeaning and talking about you. If no one else can believe in you, you've got to believe in you. And be assured, if you have a bunch of naysayers around you telling you what you cannot do, they don't have your best interest. So you need to find a new group.
Cut 'em
That's
off.
usually
And
what
the flip,
leads.
and the flip side of that is, if you're the smartest person in the room, go to another room, because you're not going to
True.
learn anything in that room.
Because you always need people to push you.
There you
know,
go.
and the Bible says iron sharpens iron. So if you got somebody over there dragging, doing nothing, they're not going to make you better. And you're going to need
Nope.
that person to call you out, say, hey, come on now, get yourself together. So that's it. Well, look, I have really enjoyed y'all, had a lot of fun. Valton, we missed you. Hopefully we filled in what's coming down the pipe as best we could. And I'm sure you'll catch us up next week on what we missed. And then we
No,
can
he
share
will.
that. We can share that with the people because we definitely want to get word out about this upcoming Dundrill Heights summer camp. And that's going to be phenomenal. So you all have a good night. Y'all be safe. As a nurse, y'all, they say monkeypox now is a national health crisis. I said, Lord, the color purple. God is trying to tell us something, even though he didn't bring it. Okay, Lord, we need to get this now because this is going off the rails.
Right.
So y'all be safe out there. And the same with COVID. Just be safe. You wear your mask if you want to. If they don't, you take care of you. Love
That's right.
y'all.
Love
And
Love
you.
you too. Have a great one.
and look, next week, and I'm gonna describe this lady as she described herself. This is who we having on next week. She actually reached out to Carter, finding us online. Her name is Heidi Tan, and she is a Filipino American singer-songwriter. And I looked her up, y'all. She good. She's bad. She's bad.
Heidi
So she'll be here next